it's Natalie.
It's Emily.
Hey y'all, it's Madeline.
And I'm Autumn, and this is TWT.
Hello, everyone. It's Natalie.
It's Autumn.
This is Madeline.
And today we will be acknowledging graduation and Emily's time at TWU. To help us do so, Emily will be sharing her educational experience at TWU and all the great memories she created within. With that being said, go ahead and take it over, Emily.
Hi guys, so I'm Emily. I'm one of the TWU influencers. I am so happy to be here on the podcast. I love the podcast. I am a senior, so I'll be graduating on May 12th. I am super excited. I am ready for it, but I am also sad to be leaving TWU and to be leaving the influencers. But yeah, I'm just excited to share my experience with you guys. Hopefully I can help y'all in any kind of way or just let y'all know some of the adventures I went through.
Emily, we are going to miss you so much. So I'm going to kick it off with the first question. So what is the biggest takeaway from your TWU experience?
Okay, so being at TWU, and I feel like this is something that every college student will end up realizing, is that school is not easy. And I sort of learned that nothing really is easy. At least many of the things that are like really worth it, they won't be easy and they will take time. And it takes like a lot of patience, to be honest, and a lot of hard work and dedication. But I also learned the importance of having an education. I feel like not a lot of people um, go to school anymore, and it's fine. You know, everybody into their own things, and I respect that. But I have like come across many opportunities from just like going to school, and it's something my parents always like taught me, like how important it was to go to school, and now I feel like I'm seeing it. So I feel like that's the biggest thing I've learned so far.
I love it. Thank you.
That's great to hear, Emily. Okay, following up is, do you feel TWU prepared you for the real world? If so, how?
Yes, 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 I really do. Before going to TWU, I was an introvert, and I still am a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with being an introvert, but I could not hold a conversation with anybody, like at all. I would get scared. I would be so shy. And as I said, that's perfectly normal, but I could not talk to anyone more than 10 seconds. But as soon as I started going to TWU, I feel like I opened up a lot more. And I think it was a mixture of being in organizations and also being part of like the influencers and just like the vibe that TWU gives you. Everybody is so nice at the school. And I've been able to make connections, talk to more people. So I do feel like TWU has prepared me for the real world, not just because it taught me like the classes that I need to be an accountant, because that's my major. If I didn't say it, I'm an accounting major, but it helped me grow as a person. And I will always be thankful to be because of that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because I was thinking about this the other day, like how different of a person I was in high school than like
Yeah.
now. And it's definitely so crazy, like how much you change. I mean, I've only been in college for 2 years, but like, I mean, I definitely like the person I was in high school better, but but it definitely is still like that change.
No,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like college kind of not forces you, but encourages you to put yourself out there just
Get out of
because
your
Yeah.
comfort
if
zone.
you don't,
Absolutely.
yeah, if you don't ask for help, you're not gonna get it. I mean, you're entering the adult
Yeah.
life, like,
Yeah, especially if you're like coming from out of town and
oh
you're
yeah.
scared, like
Yeah.
leaving home, it's like a total different, like, it's a total
A new
change.
level of independence. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Teaches you a lot of things.
Yeah, I definitely see a change and a good change, a change I'm very proud of.
Aw.
Aw. So what are your plans after graduation?
Okay, so right now I have an internship. Um, my internship actually ended yesterday, and Monday I'll start full time. They gave me an offer already, and I am able to start as a full-time accountant now. On May,
Yay.
even though I have my
I know,
diploma.
yay!
That's so great that you got that opportunity, like straight from an
No,
internship to
really.
a job. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, it was something I was very worried about like when before I had my internship, I did not know what I was gonna do after college, and that's why I was really like scared to graduate. Like everybody would be like, "Oh, are you excited? You're a senior already?" And I was, of course, but I was also scared because I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Like, am I even gonna be good at it? But I'm just like now very, very thankful for that internship and for them letting me stay there. I feel like I've learned a lot. And so yeah, I'll be staying there. I don't know for how long, but I plan to stay there for a while.
That
Of
just
course.
comes to show that your hard work has paid off.
Yeah, seriously. And Emily, it has been such a blessing to see where you started because we've been working
Yeah.
together for a year now. To see
Yeah.
where you are now, I think it's actually incredible.
No,
We're so proud of you.
thank
So segueing in, so what is your favorite TW memory, Emily?
I have so many favorite memories. I feel like I'm always gonna remember the block party with you guys just because it gave me
That
it's what
was super fun.
that's so
So
fun.
much fun.
It was fun.
Are fun either way because you get a lot of free things, a lot of free food. But that day of the block party, the recent one, I felt kind of like famous, and I don't want to or anything, but just the way that they were taking pictures of us and just being with you guys, it made me sort of feel like I was part of like a
You felt
group, like
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, a group, a community. Yeah. And we took pictures with the chancellor too. That was so
That was
cool.
awesome.
I know she knew who we were. I was
The
like,
fact that she knew who we
She
were, I was
posted it
like,
too.
oh,
Yeah, she knew us.
yeah, I was like freaking out when she posted it. I was like, I've made it in life. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite memories. Also, whenever I turned 21, I had gone home for the weekend because my birthday was that weekend. So I went home. I came back on Sunday, and my roommate, she had texted me asking me if I was almost home because she smelled fire, like she smelled smoke. And I was like freaking out because I was like, I forget everything. Maybe I left my iron on or something. Maybe I left something on, and I was like freaking out. And I was like, yeah, I'm almost there. And she was like, okay. And so I came inside and I was like freaking out. I was like, what if I left something on? But no, they were my friends were like waiting there with cake. And
Oh,
oh, that's so sweet.
yeah, I was just very happy. And that's
just
like,
feeling loved and
yeah,
appreciated
love.
on that day.
I never had like a surprise party. My parents always like made me something, but it was never like a surprise. And
You
just
always
being,
knew about it.
yeah, I
Oh,
expect, and I don't know, like that's something I will always like be
you'll
thankful.
never forget it. Yeah.
I'll always be thankful, and I will always love TWU because of that, because it has brought me like really close friends. As I said, whenever I was in high school, I was such an introvert. I had maybe like one or two friends, and being at TWU, I feel like I am now part of a community where everyone's so friendly, and I've made like a lot of good friends, and I don't know, that's of course something I'll always remember. And the last thing I want to mention was probably recently when I got inside the fountain, the one that's in front of the library
Oh,
for
I did see that.
Pioneer Palooza. I
oh
never thought
yeah.
I didn't think we were able to get in it, but I did, and I don't know, it just made me happy. And I don't know, just like I feel like that day it really did hit me like, oh, I'll be leaving here soon.
Aw.
Yeah, it was fun.
But you left your mark, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You definitely left your mark.
yeah. But yeah, there's so many memories I have, but for the moment, those are the ones like I think about whenever I think of
When
2E.
you graduate,
Yeah.
right?
So we know you mentioned that college isn't easy, and I think we are all here for it. We know that. So if you could give one piece of advice to someone attending or who will attend TW, what would it be?
Okay, so as you said, yeah, college is hard. So of course, prioritize school, like pay attention to your classes. As soon as you get homework, try to get it out of the way because then you're just gonna stress if you just like leave it till last minute, and then that stress is gonna just make you not feel okay and it's gonna affect your mental health. So just prioritize school, but at the same time, try to find a balance. Join organizations. CBU has so many organizations, and I feel like one of the things that I regret is not joining more organizations, being part of clubs, or going out more. I feel like I was very, because I attended TWU on a full ride scholarship, so I was always kind of scared of losing my scholarship, and that's why I always try to like, oh yeah, like I have to do school first, or yeah, I can't hang out with you because I have to do school, and I was always a little bit scared, and that's something I kind of regret not doing, like going out with friends, like even if it's just like just going to Starbucks, like going to the library and like just sitting there reading a book or something. um as I said, school is important, but also having fun is also important. And you go to college for 4 years. Those 4 years are gonna fly by and you're gonna miss them. So just make the most out of those 4 years. Have fun, study, but have fun. I feel like that's the advice I would tell someone.
That's
That's
the best
great
advice to
advice.
give.
Yeah. You just like hit it right on the nail.
You really did.
Thank you.
So I know this was probably so long ago and it's hard to get back into this mindset, but what would you tell freshman year you?
I would tell her, okay, so I'm like picturing it. Like I'm picturing myself in my freshman dorm room, just like being there on the first date. And I'm picturing myself coming back from the future. I would tell her that I am very proud of her. I know she can be a little bit insecure, and I know she was scared because I was like, I never went away from home. I was always so close to my parents. So I know she was scared for this change. She was scared of like what was to come, like the classes, if she was gonna do good, if she was gonna like her major. I just want to tell her that she's gonna do just fine. Um, as I said, it might not be easy, but she's in for a ride. I believe in her. She's gonna have fun. She's gonna do great. She's awesome. And to just remember the amazing person she is, to tell herself that every single day, because it's important to remind yourself how great you are, because many people can tell you that, oh yeah, like you're pretty or you're smart, but if you don't believe it, then if someone else tells you, it doesn't really matter. So yeah,
Amen to that.
That's so true.
That is so true.
Emily, oh my goodness.
That made me emotional. It gave
No,
me
I was like
goosebumps.
tearing up.
It really did. Like you have, like I said earlier, you have grown so much. Like you are this confident, strong woman now. Like we're now letting you fly after all. I mean, this is
I
amazing.
definitely think that my college years have taught me a lot, like a lot. And I can go on and on about like the things I've learned. But yeah, I'm just like glad to be sharing with people like some of the things that have helped me or the things I've gone through.
Right,
So
because a lot of people just don't have those resources, or a lot of people are in that position, that freshman position that, oh, I'm scared to go into college. I don't know what to expect, or I don't know if I'm going to do good. I don't know what's coming my way, and it's like, yeah, it might seem hectic at the moment, but everything's gonna be fine. Like you'll figure it out step
global,
by step as you go. You learn as you go,
You truly
yeah,
do.
something that I would always like tell myself whenever, well, I'm still in college, but whenever I was like a freshman, sophomore, I would always tell myself when I wanted to give up, I was like, someone did it, so this is doable. Someone
Yeah.
graduated, it's doable, so you can do it. If someone did it, you can do it. But at the same time, you have to also know that everybody's different. So even though someone probably did it with a 90% average, if you just pass, that's fine. You don't have
On your
to.
diploma,
Everyone
it
goes at
doesn't
their own
show.
pace. It's fine.
Everyone, yeah, everyone's in their own lane. And on
And
that
you
diploma, it
shouldn't
doesn't
you
say.
shouldn't compete
No,
or
literally.
compare with anyone but yourself, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's to anyone else. And it is impossible to be perfect. Okay,
I
so
agree.
Yeah.
good
I
is good.
totally
Preach.
So, Emily, I know you kind of mentioned it earlier about joining more organizations, but looking in hindsight, was there anything that you wish you would have done differently at your TW experience?
Mm, That's a good question. Honestly, there could be things that I feel like I could have done differently, but I do believe that some of the things you do happen for a reason, and I feel like everything I did has brought me to this point.
True.
And so looking back at it, yeah, I wish I had joined more things, or I wish I went out more. I wish I made more friends. But I am proud and happy of the outcome that I am receiving now. So I feel fine.
Great.
That's great.
Aw. I love it.
So we've touched base on your past or previous years in college. So now let's take it back to the present a little bit. How was your final semester in regards to internships, coursework, workload, or things as such
Yeah.
within your education the last semester of your senior year?
That's very fun to talk about because it was not at all. This semester I started my first ever internship, as I mentioned. I was very scared because I had never had an internship before. I also, what you learn in college, what I learned about accounting is not what I was learning at the internship. It was very, very hard because it's an hour away. So I would wake up around 6-ish in the morning and I will drive an hour to my internship. And sometimes there was a lot of traffic and I would be sleepy. I would go to my internship and try my best to learn something that I wasn't like really sure like how to do. And then I would come home and I would still be sleepy and I would have to watch my lectures. I would have to do my homework. It was like 9 p.m. and I was ready to go to bed. And that's how it was for like 2 weeks. Like I felt like every single minute counted. I feel like I couldn't waste any minute. And it started to make me feel like a little bit overwhelmed. I feel like I wasn't having like me time. Like I wasn't having time to like just like sit and like breathe. I felt like I was just like, autopilot. So it was a little bit hard. It was. Um, but I feel like as soon as I started to like just feel more comfortable and like tell myself that it's okay not to be perfect, because I feel like I always have this like certain expectation about myself. I always want to be like the best at something, and you have to tell yourself that everything takes time and you have to be patient sometimes. And so I slowly started like making a schedule, planning things out, writing things down, because it's easy to forget things when you have many things on your plate. So just prioritizing the things that you have to do, but also prioritizing yourself, giving yourself at least a few minutes a day to like go on a walk or just like sit down and watch a show, just like calm yourself down. It's very necessary. So it was not the easiest at all. My classes were pretty hard, so it was hard to balance out, but it was for sure doable. And yeah, it has taught me a lot. It has taught me how to use my time wisely. And now I feel like I'm in a good spot. And yeah, I did struggle, but now I have a full-time offer that I'm starting even without have my diploma yet. So I don't know. It was a roller coaster of emotions and events, but it was a good
And I
roller coaster.
appreciate your transparency too with that. So that
Yeah.
when people that are listening to this can be like, hey, like not everything's going to be perfect and easy. You know, you learn the best through those challenges and tribulations. Truly, I do
It's
believe
not
that.
all rainbows and butterflies.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
At the
not.
end of the day, look where you're at, and
Right.
you look back and you're like, yeah, I busted my butt off, but I made
It
it.
all worked
Like
out.
it doesn't matter what I went through. I'm fine now. I'm at peace with myself now. I got
If
it,
you can get through that, you can get through anything. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like it just feels a lot better when you look back at things and you're like, oh, I worked for this. Like I deserved it. Like I worked for it.
No one handed it to you. You had to go out
Right.
there and hunt it down
Mhm.
yourself. Yep.
Yeah. And touching back at what something Autumn said, I do feel like it's necessary to like show that things are not easy, because nowadays in social media, like you just see like the good side of things. Oh yeah, like this is what I do in a day and it's perfect. And so
Right.
other
Mhm.
people like start thinking that
People
that's how
start comparing themselves to what they see online because
Comparison
people make
kills.
it look
Yeah.
so easy, and it's not like that. We're
Yeah.
humans. We make mistakes. We screw up. We have rocky roads, but at the end of the day, we all have our own, route in life.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what year of school would you say was the easiest for you?
Probably freshman year because I still didn't well, of course I had my not so hard classes my freshman year. I still had like the UNIV class, which was a pretty like easy class. You just had to like learn about school. Everything was just new. I wanted to try everything. I wanted to go to the gym. Like I was just so excited for college, so motivated. And so I think that's what made it easy. But then as the years went by, as the semesters went by, of course, the course load got a little bit heavier. I started feeling a little bit less motivated. So yeah, I just think freshman year was the easiest, but like there's always like different events that happen every single year that made those years also pretty easy, pretty memorable. But yeah, I think for sure freshman year.
So, Emily, this will be our final question. Give us the TWT. So, what were some helpful resources that got you through your education at TW?
The one that I really want to talk about is CAPS. And I really wanted us to have an episode about CAPS. I don't know if we will, but I feel like it would be something that would really help everybody out. I don't know if y'all know what CAPS is, but it's basically like therapy. They have different therapy sessions, so you can schedule therapy calls with like a one-on-one with the therapist, or you can go to um different group what do they call them, like whenever
Group
you go
sessions.
like group sessions that you can go and just like talk it out or like listen to a class, or they talk to you about anxiety and um just explain to you like that it's okay, that it's normal to experience anxiety, because as I feel like I mentioned 1,000 times in this podcast, uh, college is not easy, and you might face like some mental health issues. Like you might feel a little bit depressed, you might feel for sure stressed, but it's kind of normal when you're in college to feel a little bit
Yeah.
stressed. um and so CAPS really helped me. I did go to therapy, and I know a lot of people don't like saying that they went to therapy, but I went to therapy and it helped me so 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 much. Just having someone that listens to you, that understands you, it really does help. And I will forever remember my therapist's name. I will always be thankful for her, and I will always be thankful for TWU for having that um what is it,
Resource.
resource. I
Yeah.
don't know if other schools have it too, but yeah, like that's something great that TWU has, and I recommend it to just anyone. Like even if you don't think you need it, just try it out. It totally changes the way you think. Hearing someone else's perspective, because it's easy to like overthink things and just see like the downside of things. But whenever someone else gives you their point of view, it just like really like opens up your mind. And also, I don't think I mentioned this. CAPS is free. If you try to go to therapy outside of college, it's expensive, but TWU offers it for free. So you don't have to pay anything. You just have to call and tell them that you want to set up therapy sessions, and they give them to you. How great is that? That's like literally like amazing. So that's for sure one of the resources that TWU has that has helped me. Also, the math lab. If you ever need help with anything, there's tutors. Like don't freak out. There's like so many things that can help you. I I don't want to make this podcast seem like so sad and like depressing, like oh yeah, college is going to be so hard, because there's so many resources that TWU has that can help you. Like they have the library and the assistants at the library, the math tutors, like I only went to math tutors because I'm an accounting major, but there's like other tutors that can help you. Everybody's so friendly at TWU. Like they have so many resources that you can use that would just like help you be a better person, help you do good in school. Yeah, that is
That's
my
what I was
answer.
going to mention, that I mean, all these resources that you're mentioning and many more are already covered by your tuition, so might as well
Yeah,
take advantage of them. Might as well use
Most
them because
definitely.
you're
yeah,
paying for them, you know?
yeah. So go ahead and book that class.
All right, y'all. Well, that concludes our episode. Thank you so much, Emily, for joining us and talking to us about graduation and your time at TWU and your experience. We're going to miss you very deeply, but you know that you're going to do great things. We know that. Everyone around us knows that. We're gonna miss you so much. Thank you all for listening to yet another podcast of TWT. Until next time, pioneers.